Lui, c'est Wes Anderson, le réalisateur de ça, et puis ça aussi. C'est un réalisateur connu pour son style unique et précis. Du coup, on a demandé à son casting, Adrien Brody, Bryan Cranston et Jeffrey Wright en l'occurrence, de nous raconter à quel point c'est différent de travailler avec lui.
I personally find reading his scripts challenging because it's so dense with description and detail that it takes me quite a while to get through, and when I'm done, I have to start over again and to try to figure it out. Even Wes will say, maybe you'll look at the cartoon instead. Yeah. And, and I go, I get the idea. But he is an attention to every single detail imaginable. There's a lot to take in.
You're not here.
We're not there. The car exploded.
There's not a terrible amount of rehearsal. But there is a coordination that happens. But Wes has expectations when you show up. Yeah. So it would seem like there's more time spent before than there is. But I think that's one of the reasons that he goes back to circle of actors that he uses, because he understands that, you get what he wants, you understand the expectations, and you can hit it. So you show up prepared. Everyone, that means everyone, from props to lighting to camera, certainly. And you just kind of, you just bring it together with a bit, prior to shooting, but not a lot. It just comes together because everyone wants to bring it, and everyone's pretty skilled.
Typically, you'd have a master, and you have overs, you have other coverage, you have various shots to determine what that's going to look like editorially. Wes knows very much what that needs to look like, sound like, feel like, at what pace, and et cetera. Then it's a matter of everybody banding together and nailing it, and that takes time. But then you do it once. I mean, once you have it, you move on, and you're shooting something else for the day. So you're not spending the day doing multiple setups, relighting, et cetera, waiting in between. So it's exciting.
I'll give you a funny example. There's a scene in Asteroid City in which I lift the flap on the holster and put my hand on the gun. We did that 60 times. At the end of the day, though, it was like, yeah, okay, we solved it, and I understood why. It wasn't random, and it wasn't arbitrary, and it wasn't meaningless. He wanted it in a way that served the interest. Right.
He doesn't settle for, I think I got it, or that was good enough. That vocabulary is not in his wheelhouse. He doesn't understand that. It's either go for exactly what you want and keep working until you get it.
Oh.
I think for a filmmaker, for Wes in particular, I've seen him hone in on concepts and visual storytelling that is in his wheelhouse throughout, but it's become much, much more specific. And I think also in his exploration with animated work, he's become even more specific and learned techniques. He's very exacting in certain things that he wants, and I think that may have come from new understanding of his own storytelling with animatics. For instance, Darjeeling was a much more kind of organic style, and shooting in India was very different in a lot of ways. But we didn't use animatics or moving storyboards at that time. That wasn't, So now it's par for the course.
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.